Welcome to this episode of the Gunman. So this video here is a review and demonstration on the ANI R150 minigun. It's got a 1.0mm fluid tip on it. And to start off, we'll do a bit of an unboxing just to give you guys an idea of what you can expect if you do decide to buy one of these guns. First off, we'll be throwing out the instructions because nobody reads them. Then we've got a couple of little cleaning tools, as that little small one there. We've got the pot and the toothbrush. So if you need a new toothbrush at home, make sure you invest in one of these spray guns. Next up, you've got a little gun tool, a little gun spanner there, and the gun itself wrapped up in some bubble wrap. So where can you get one of these guns? I got it from Spray Guns Direct in the UK, and one of these will set you back 74 British pounds, VAT on top inside the UK. You won't be paying that outside of the UK. So for my Australian viewers, my home turf, that's around $150. So it's actually quite a reasonably priced tool, and they send them out quite quickly. I ordered this and 3 days later my whole shipment was there. So yeah, I did quite well out of that, probably just as quick as if I was to order a gun from the eastern states of Australia and have it shipped over here to Perth. As you can see there, it's 375 grams, the gun's total weight, so that is not including a regulator. So it's nice, lightweight, it's got a good feel in the hand, and we'll get straight into using it. I fell in love with this gun straight away. It's very easy to set up, it's extremely efficient, and it's got a good feel. So it's a 1.0mm fluid tip on it, so it's not too small that you're not even able to get enough paint out to get a nice finish on, but it's not too big that you're going to be wasting too much paint either. So it's got a decent sized fan on it at full fan, which is how I'm running it at the moment. All I did to set it up for this, I do change those settings around. I find base coat you'll use a little bit less if you turn that pressure down, but for clear coat, this is a HS clear, so you need a nice amount of pressure. I've just got that pressure maxed right out. I've got the fluid just about right out, and I've also got the fan right open, so really easy settings. Just open that thing right up, and for HS clears, even MS clears, I'll probably keep the settings fairly similar. I may turn that pressure down a little bit for a thinner MS clear, but hey, there is no one gun setting that is going to work for every single application. I do get people asking me how I set a gun up, and I can give you a bit of advice, but there's no one absolute 100% setting that you want to set it at. Environment will actually also change the pressure settings and what you're painting. If you're painting an engine bay that you're really struggling to get into some of those corners, or you're painting some wheels that you just can't get into those spokes, then obviously you may want to close that fan up. But doing stuff like this, I found that full fan was just perfect. I will be showing you guys through a VL Calais engine bay at the end as well. So I think this review is good. It's quite well rounded, and you'll see this gun used on a load of different things. So it's actually gone quite well. I'm very impressed with the way that sprayed. I ended up doing this part here at the same time. This is for another job. Some of you guys might have seen the VL Calais, the purple one that I did. And I just candied that, and not sure how well you can see in this light, but I did a bit of a signature there, TGM, the Gunman 2015. And yeah, I just decided to flow coat it to make sure that there was no edges there. But that's looking really quite nice, even just after one coat. And this gun, I ended up just maxing that pressure, and this fluid here, that's just about hanging right out, and we've got full fan, so easy to set up. And when I was painting this, I was just thinking to myself, you know what, I would actually happily paint a couple of panels with that gun, you know. So a good option definitely for the DIYer, even a tradesman. It would be perfect for wheels. So being that it's got a 1mm tip on it, it's not too small. Like some of the 0.8mm or 0.6mm, they just won't get enough paint on if you're talking about clear and 2K and base coats and stuff like that. But yeah, this really is precise because it's got a small fan on it and a small air cap. So you end up going through probably a lot less paint than what if I was to have used this gun here. I probably would have gone, say, through 50% more paint. But this is another gun that I'll be reviewing too. Another one I got from Spray Guns Direct, the DeVilbiss GPI. It's a good looking gun, and I'm very happy with how that's been performing so far. So just take note how I actually didn't clear that bumper bar yet. The original plan was to clear that with the big gun, but I just decided, you know what, I'm so happy with how this minigun was going, I'm just going to give it a crack and use the minigun to paint that. That's just a little quick look at that signature rocker cover for Casey's VL. Anyway, we'll go straight back onto this bumper bar, and straight away it's getting a nice amount of paint on. For a gun that size, it really punches above its weight. Extremely efficient, easy to set up. I could go on for a long time about it, but hey, the proof is in the pudding. You can see yourself how well it sprays. There are lot of other miniguns on the market. I believe, I must say sorry to Developers about this, but their SRI Pro lights are a little bit pricey. You know, you pay the same amount for their minigun as what you do for their big gun, and you know, personally me, I just look elsewhere for a minigun. I just can't really personally justify spending that much money on what's kind of half of a gun, and this gun is a quarter of the price just about of them, and yeah, it performs probably just as good. You'll see if I'm still using it in 5 years, you'll be able to see how long it lasts. I don't know how long it will last, but I've been using it for well over 3 weeks now, and I have not had any problems at all. I do recommend, when using any base coat colors and any colors through them, that you do give them a proper strip down. I have not stripped them down properly before, and because the chambers are so small, they're a lot smaller than your big size gun, that you can get a little bit of base coat that gets caught up in there, and it can end up coming through on your next job. So yeah, just give them a strip down, even if it's not every single time. Maybe just every single time you do a red or a green or a black or something that's really going to stain the gun. Even just do it once or twice a week, you know. But it doesn't take long, they're quite easy to pull down, and yeah, here it is using it for a bit of base coat. Just gold metallic base coat on this VL Calais engine bay, where somebody accidentally scratched it. We'd done this job probably about 2 or 3 months ago, and it had been sent away to get the engine put back in, and came back with a little bit of a scratch in it, which is not uncommon. I would probably have scratched it myself if I was putting it in. But yeah, quite an easy fix, being that I've got this gun, and there's just about no way I would try to tackle this with a full-size gun, especially if I've got one of these sitting there. I mean, you probably would be able to do it with a full-size gun, but there's no need to, and you'll probably get a lot better finishes and a bit more precision. Also, use a lot less paint. And as I did mention before, I would happily use this for, say, a guard or a door or something like that if I was just doing a single panel. It wouldn't be my first preference because, you know, I do have the full-size guns, but for someone who mainly does small stuff but may want to do a couple of exterior panels just here and there, you would be happily able to do that with it. I probably wouldn't really want to go and do a bonnet with it. You'd take forever, and you probably just want that little bit more material on when you're doing a bonnet or a boot or a roof or something like that. So it could be worth looking at getting one of the other ANI guns, which I've got the full size gun, basically the same as this in the full size. I will be reviewing that soon, so stay tuned. Also, be sure to check out all my social media if you haven't. I'm getting pretty big on Instagram, got the big Facebook page, I've got my website as well, thegunman.net.au. I'm doing my best to actually upgrade that at the moment, and I'm going to be working on some more blogs, so I'll be putting a bit of text and photo behind these videos, so it gives you something to read as well. But anyway, that just about wraps up this video. This gun gets an 8 out of 10 for me. Reason it only gets an 8 instead of a 9.5 is that I haven't used it for long enough to know if it's going to last. And it feels like it will last. It gets definitely 2 big thumbs up from me. If you're in the market for a new minigun, I highly recommend grabbing one. I was extremely happy with the customer service I got from Spray Guns Direct, and couldn't speak much more highly of them. So if you do want to get one, hit them up. spraygunsdirect.co.uk is where I found them. I'll definitely be doing business with them again and getting my future guns off them. Now you've seen this video, get out there and paint some shit. Thanks for watching, and this has been another Gunman production. Goodbye.